We know how to make a simple function, add arguments into it, and get values from it. But what if we want to have a value each time we don't put anything on an argument? We put default values on arguments. So in this video, we are going to learn how to put default values on arguments. Let's make a function. Let's name it add these. Then, after the name, parenthesis, then a colon. Inside the parenthesis, let's make 3 arguments. Let's name the first M1, the second M2, and the third M3. Now, inside the function, let's make a variable. Let's name it result. And let's set its value to the total of M1, M2, and M3. Then, let's print the result. Then, outside the function, let's call add these, which is our function. Then, we need to put 3 valid values. So, let's make the first 4, the second 5, and the third 6. So, 4, 5, and 6. Then, if we run the code, it gave us 15, because 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 15. Now, to put default values on arguments, type after the argument that you want to put the default value into, let's say M3. Type equals, then the default value. Let's make the default value 6. Now that we have a default value, we don't need to have a third valid value. So, if we rerun the code, it gave us 15, even though we didn't put any valid value on the third argument. Because, since we didn't, it put 6 as its value. You can also change it by typing a valid value into it. Let's say 7. So, rerun the code. It gave us 16, because 4 plus 5 plus 7 is 16. Let's say you want to have a default value on M1, but you don't want to have a default value on M2. You can't just put M1 equals 4, because it'll give us an error on M2. We need to put M1 equals 4 right after the arguments that don't have default values, and equals 4. Now, we don't have an error, and we only need to define M2. But what if we want to define them in order, like M1, M2, and M3? We type M1 equals, then the valid value. M1 equals 4, then M2 equals 5, and M3 equals 6. We run the code, and it gave us 15. And that is how to put default values on arguments.